Hey everyone, Jeffrey here. I decided to put all the brick out in my backyard hoping for rain to kind of wash off some of the mud on a lot of them. But when I checked the forecast, it said only a little bit for the next couple of days. I don't want to leave them here because after a few days they'll kill the grass. So I've decided to wash them. These aren't really actually all that dirty. I just grabbed the camera, checking out the first row. I'm going to get the hose out and spray them and clean them up a little bit. This round little flower bed has a sedum that grows inside. I stacked a bunch of bricks in the middle to bring it up about a foot, kind of like a pedestal, because I want to put this urn on it, knowing that the flowers grow about 3 foot tall nowadays around it. I overwintered the elephant ear in my basement, so we shall see what happens this year. And it's finally time to clean up this clematis. It's a Montana Rubens, pink flowers. First time blooming was last spring. I planted it last spring actually, so this will be the second spring. And I have 24 brick over here that I'm gonna put around the base of this. I'm gonna clean it all out and haven't decided if I'm gonna do a little square flower bed or a round one or what. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to clean up the top of it. I don't want to cut it back too much because the leaves are slowly coming in. I don't know if you can see that, but just on the ends I'm going to trim it up probably about 3 or 4 inches. And then don't mind the basement wall because next month it is finally getting painted. Alright, let me get started. And here we go. I filled it in with mulch, took away the stones, and I just did 2 layers of brick. I'll straighten them out a little bit more and look for some half pieces to go in the back. Alright, I think it turned out pretty good. Next is this little flower bed under a gas light that I light up in the summer. It has limestone around it that are too small. So I decided, since I like brick in the backyard and some kind of white stone in the front, that these had to go. There is iris, sedum, and minnow mini daffodils in this bed. The daffodils will go away after a little while, and the iris and sedum will get big and take over the bed. I used 24 and a half bricks total in this little project and added some mulch. All done. It looked so much better. I would have used more brick on the right side, but I have a concrete downspout splash block that sits almost as high as the brick, so it will act as a barrier for the mulch if the squirrels don't mess it up first, as usual. Now everything is tucked in and ready for the rainy season, also known as the middle of spring around here. I cut a sedum last fall and put the flower stems in these two nursery pots. I kept them watered a lot for their first couple of weeks to get the roots going before winter kicked in. They are very hardy plants and are zones 3 to 11, so they can take the bitterly cold and the really hot summers. I'm planting them into these two concrete Grecian pots that I got last year, and they are a smaller version of the two big ones I have on my front porch that I painted. I'm not painting these because I like the lighter color. The ones on my front porch had the concrete gray, since they're concrete, and I've had them for so long that one year I decided to paint them white, and last year I painted them black. These, like I said, I'm leaving just the way they are. Off to the right, I have pink lilies that are called surprise lilies. Their leaves come up, die back, then surprise, lilies. Next is a little brick border for this hosta growing alongside my fence. It's an older hosta, so the leaves get quite a bit bigger. I'm just going to add 2 half circle rows because once the leaves fill in, you won't even see them. Can't wait until the honeysuckle fills in on this fence and the iris blooms. And why not? Just seeing what the brick looks like around this, that I might make the circle bigger somehow, but that's a future project. My soon-to-be tomato area, I'm going to put down some cardboard to get rid of the grass for now, then dig a hole for 3 tomato plants that should fit here, and another trip downtown for another brick haul, 130 this time. I've been busy creating a base for these bricks by using mulch. I know it's not ideal, but it seems to work better than sand around here, at least for a few years. As far as this little brick area back here, it's pretty much done. Every year I level up a few bricks here and there, and this year I decided to do the entire thing because when I first put it in, I put sand down. I bought 2 big bags of it, leveled it all off, made it look perfect, and then a couple years later they all just started going wonky. I think it's because of heavy plant pots, and I do have a concrete bench that I do put back here. So, looks much better. The goal is to replace the brick that has the holes in them. So I've been going along doing that, and when I get my concrete bench back out here, we'll see how it stands up to the test of time. This little patio is pretty much leveled up, so now it's time to tackle this fire pit back here that I added bricks to. I'm going to take a lot of the bricks with the holes in them and build a base around, and then do maybe 5 or 6 rows up, and it'll be perfect for my metal fire pit to fit in.
Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. I cleaned off all the brick whenever I got it home. I made a border for clematis and put chicken wire around it for those pesky critters. I made a border for around the daffodils under a gas light. I don't think I showed that. And then I cleaned up a flower bed and planted some sedum in some Grecian concrete pots. I made a little border for a big hosta along my fence, and straightened and leveled up the back patio that I didn't get to last year. And I restacked the fire pit that I've been meaning to get to. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.